Everybody do a scary quack.
If you are a longtime THV11 viewer, you are all too familiar with this site. Craig O'Neill reading to kids.
For 2 decades, our beloved friend and former colleague has been going to schools across Arkansas for his reading road trip, and then it hit him. You got to practice what you preach.
Some may challenge themselves to run 100 miles or visiting 100 landmarks, but not Craig. He set out to read the top 100 books of all time.
And while you may want to bet against some of the horses he picks for you at the track, you never bet against him when it comes to reaching this goal. Tonight, THV11's Ashley Godwin joined the celebration as he looked back on his literary journey.
That first book sucked me in and said, go, you go.
Craig O'Neill is celebrating a feat most of us can't imagine. He finished Entertainment Weekly's list of the top 100 greatest novels. He started with Anna Karenina, working his way through The Great Gatsby and Pride and Prejudice. Finally, finishing the list after almost 10 years.
The one author they did not have on the list that I could not believe was John Steinbeck, who wrote Grapes of Wrath.
His journey began when Craig started his reading road trip as he encouraged kids all over Arkansas to pick up a book.
I'd go to schools and I would preach to these kids, read, read, read. If you want to lead, you got to read. If you want a great job, you got to read. If you want to make great scores, you got to read. If you're going to continue to flourish in school, you got to read. Read, read, read. I wasn't reading.
He then began reading 20 pages a day, making his way through what's considered some of the greatest works written. To celebrate his accomplishment, his longtime co-anchor and friend, Don Scott, was right beside him.
Whether it's just enjoying a book or whether it's reading about nonfiction or something that maybe you like to read about, and I think that's what he brings, is that inspiration to do that for yourself.
And after reading all those books, Craig says there was one common theme in all of them.
All these authors from different ages, different backgrounds, from the 1700s to now, loved nature. You see different ways and read different ways that they describe the sky, the birds, the rivers, the rain. It's fascinating.
In Little Rock, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
Boy, I bet you taking Craig to a dinner party is awesome. Like, he's probably the best person to talk about every great book ever written.
And he remembers every single one of those descriptions of the sky and the field.
Yeah.